As a little girl growing up in the Bronx, there was always some things when I would go on walks with my mom that would seem off. The first thing was the billboards. I remember the nicotine billboards that would talk about, that would basically say like how much nicotine was that week, and I would always follow the numbers. Like it literally would go up by cents like every week, which was really interesting to me. And then I would see billboards that would counteract that marketing, which would be like, you smoke this amount of cigarettes and you'll die. And then I would see billboards about like, if you don't listen to God, if you don't follow God, you're going to burn in hell, you're going to go to hell. And I remember thinking like, after some time of seeing these images and reading these words, I got fearful, like, man, I better do everything God tell me to do or I'm going to burn in hell. Kind of like, you know, Santa Claus. Like if you don't do everything Santa Claus tell you to do, you are going to not get any Christmas gifts, right? So after some time, I decided that I don't want whatever I'm seeing. So I started to build like a survival. I would call it like a survival disassociation method that ended up being a jewel in the long run. But that looked like me, no matter what I was going through, that it was me creating a vision in my mind of the best case scenario, no matter what I was going through. And sometimes it was me disassociating from my body and from my feelings just so that I could survive through the expectations of family and friends around me as to how I should be acting in an environment. Because I grew up in the Bronx, I lived in like every borough, and like I was quiet, I was very meek, and eventually that turned into a straight up attitude. But I was very quiet, and because of that, I didn't fit in. I always stood out. I always was like the stuck up one. So yeah, that definitely didn't feel good. So I made it work for me by disassociating my feelings with my reality. Yeah, but now looking back, it really all worked out for me, and it has really come full circle because I am now a mom of twin beautiful girls, and I'm building a legacy of wellness. And literally anything I put my mind to, I can visualize and create it in my reality. And shout out to the little girl within me that said, you know what, forget what I'm seeing around me. I'm about to create some shit, because I definitely created a life that I don't have to get up and go to a 9 to 5. I could just get up and have breakfast with my daughters.